What's up, guys? Today you're watching the Sideways Lifestyle YouTube channel alongside Moonshine. Today we're going to be going over the Hooch. I know a couple of you guys have asked me to do a review. I have a few clips, but I'm saving that for a edit down the road. It's going to be a nice edit. I was going to mix it with a review, put it all together to be one, but you guys are anxious to know what this board is about, so I was just going to do a simple sit down, talk about the features of the board, the specs and everything, personal preference on it, so all that good stuff. So to start off, the board is 38 inches, 38.25 inches long, and 10 inches wide at its widest point. So where you see where your feet are is actually a little bit wider than the neck of the board. So it just has a little bit of shape to it, makes it cool. It also decreases the weight a little bit. Where your feet are, it actually has, that's the steepest, most aggressive part of the concave, and if you have a larger foot, this is going to feel a little bit better for you. The one thing I would like to stress about this is the board. It is aggressive concave, and at first it was a little much, but you do over time get used to any concave you have on any board. Just got to get used to it, ride it a little bit. So the concave on the neck of the board is the same amount of concave where your feet are, except where your feet are it just is a little bit wider. So running off of the concave, you come into a mellow but very, very functional kicktail. The reason why it's so functional is because the board itself is super lightweight construction. We'll go into the construction in a second. But this kicktail is super mellow, but it is very, very functional. It doesn't get in your way at high speeds, but it is super functional to the point when you're going slower and you want to do some slow, freestyle, technical kind of stuff. There is a slight bit of concave at the very bottom, but it runs off and becomes flat on the top. And then on the opposite end, you have a little bit of an upturned nose, so if you revert, you still have a little bit of a nose to kick to do pop tricks when you reverse, which is pretty cool. As far as the concave goes, still on the front, what I do is I turn my foot just a little bit, and you basically can customize how much concave you want based on how much you turn your foot. So the concave on this board is very nice, a little bit aggressive, but that's because this board is geared towards downhill, fast free ride. It's definitely great for freestyle because of the functional kick it's got, as well as the upturned nose. This board, as advertised on the Moonshine website, is a sick killer multi-tool. The length may be a little bit fearing at first at 38 inches long, but this board, the way it's shaped, is just made to be customized, meaning foot stops, lump cave, as in W, or any way you like to customize your board, because it has just a very simple, looking down at it, has a very simple, rounded, very ergonomic shape to it, to where you can customize it anyway. So going on to the construction of the board, this board is super, super lightweight, super, super durable. All that combined, you might think it's carbon fiber or something. Carbon fiber is great, but Moonshine wanted something different, something out of the ordinary, but something that was very effective. So what they did is, the core of this is vertically laminated wood veneers. So instead of putting it sideways, they did it vertical, which will give you less flex. And also, what they did to help the vulnerability of cracking the small pieces of wood, they lined the whole board with a urethane rail. So if you throw this thing straight into a curb or something on the side of the road, you have the rubber on the outside, which will just let it hit and bounce off, and it won't really damage the structural integrity of the board, which is super dope. I really enjoy that, which is awesome. It just allows you to ride more effectively, more to your top level when you're going down the hill, and not have to worry about the board as much. They have rubber dampening with the truck mounts, decreases the amount of vibration from the road to your board, which just makes for a more comfortable ride going slower and faster. And the truck mounts are also flush mounted, so that's awesome, because the board has rocker in it. So, and then putting all that together, they I don't know if they dunked it or if they spray coated it, a liquid fiberglass. It might be a layer. They might have layered, it might be one layer and another layer, I'm not sure. I think it is a layer, but it's just liquid fiberglass. It looks like it. It looks like they just dunked this thing in fiberglass. So it makes the graphic really scratch resistant, and what's really dope about that is it makes it waterproof. So if you like to rain skate a lot, or you're in really, really rainy weather, say, Washington was where a lot of people, is where probably the most, Washington, British Columbia, any of those places where it rains quite frequently, this is going to be a great choice for you, along with any of the other Moonshine. You got the Fire Water here, and then also the Hooch. And I'm getting in the Rum Runner. All have the same technology, all are waterproof. That's something that really, just all this technology is something that really separates Moonshine from, a carbon fiber deck, or just something else. They keep it really home style, but also really, really effective and top of the line construction. So that's just another reason why I got this board, another reason why I just wanted to be with them, because that was awesome. I knew their boards would last me a long time. Super lightweight, super durable. This board, like I said, is a multi-tool. I personally like this for fast free ride. I like to do a lot of fast, directional kind of riding, as far as sit-downs, toe checks, all that good stuff. And then, when I go slower, it's great for that too. So don't think that this is not good for medium to slow free ride. It's still great. As far as preference-wise, what I did with Concave, as you can tell, I put a foot stop in there. A foot stop, a lot of people have mixed emotions on foot stops. I put one in there just because, it's, why not? It helps my confidence when I'm riding fast. I'm going to take it off. I feel like I'm comfortable without it. Now, when I rode this board first off, with the grip, nothing customized, I just decided to ride it. I did feel a little bare in the back. I needed a little W, so I added just a little bit of W. I feel perfect. Now, if you're wondering, well, Nick, I don't put W, I monkey toe. And I'm going to say, well, don't monkey toe, and you say, I can't not monkey toe. If you try to monkey toe this board, it is very awkward. Because of how aggressive the Concave is, it feels like your foot is like, hovering over the board. It doesn't feel right at all. I know what good monkey toeing is, but it doesn't feel right. So I just put some W in there, and it feels beautiful. Just wedge your foot right in between. Feels really good for tucking. So with that rocker and everything, and construction of this board, just a beautiful deck. So if I missed something, please let me know. If you guys have any questions or comments on this deck, as far as construction, if I've had any problems with it, anything on, along those lines, as well as riding preferences. That's basically it. I'm giving these out in the next jam. They hooked me up with a whole ton of them. There's about like 30 in the back here. I'm giving out some shirts, some wheels, whole bunch of stickers right here in the next couple of jams. So if you're around me and you're watching this video, got a lot of cool stuff to hand out. I also have some dope hats. As far as this one I'm wearing, got two here, just some stuff laying around to hand out in the next few jams. So I'm going to be doing a review on the Firewater and also the Madrid Nessie. The reason why I want to do other boards now is because at the beginning, Sideways Lifestyle was a multi-purpose channel for everything, so I'm going to keep it that way, as well as Moonshine. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, hit me up with any comments or questions.